Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to be discussing something that I've always been curious about, and maybe you have too. Why do sad songs help us feel better when we're depressed? Now for context, this idea came to me when I was driving to work the other day. I was listening to music in the car, and one song came up. The song's name was Anathema by 21 Pilots, and I absolutely adore this song. It's one of my favorites, but not because of the music or anything, because of what it means to me. When I was younger, I was going through a lot, and when I found that song, it was almost as if Tyler was reaching out through the song and was saying, "Hey, I see you, I understand you, and we're gonna keep going together." Just the sheer raw emotion and the raw power of the vocals. I loved it. And that really got me thinking, why do I feel better? I should feel sad, right? I mean, this is a very serious song with very sad topics. So what gives? Now, if you've ever pondered this, then stick around, grab some warm tea, and cuddle up with a blanket. The answer may surprise you. Now, a quick disclaimer before we get into it. I am not a medical professional in any way, shape, or form. Please don't take the things that I say in this video for genuine professional medical advice. If you're struggling, please get some help. Alright? Nothing would make me sadder than to watch you go from this world. So please, get some help. And with that being said, let's get into it. So, the real question is, why does listening to sad music when you're depressed help you feel better? Well, before we tackle that, let's answer this one first. What really is depression? There are many forms of it, from postpartum depression to seasonal affective disorder to bipolar depression, and many more. As for what causes it, an article written in Yale Medicine has this to say. What we know right now is that, on a chemical level, depression involves neurotransmitters, which can be thought of as the messengers that carry signals between our brain cells, or neurons. The current standard of care for the treatment of depression is based upon what we call the monoamine deficiency hypothesis. Essentially, presuming that one of three neurotransmitters in the brain is deficient or underactive, says Rachel Katz, a Yale assistant professor of clinical psychiatry. But according to Dr. Katz, this is only part of the story. There are about 100 types of neurotransmitters overall, and billions of connections between neurons in each person's brain. There remains much to learn. So essentially, no one knows what causes depression, only that it involves neurotransmitters, and doctors don't really know which one specifically. More research is currently being done to see what will be uncovered, but only time will tell. So we don't really know what causes depression from a neurological standpoint, but what about a psychological one? Well, many things can cause it, such as going through a traumatic life event, whether rapid or prolonged, isolation, or just plain genetic disposition. Now, I know I've had my own experiences with depression, but I never knew what caused it. At first, I thought it could have been a side effect of the ADHD medication I took as a kid, or maybe one of my parents had it and they just passed it down to me. As I got older, I realized the trauma of certain things and the lack of time one of my parents had spent with me could have likely been the cause. The truth is, I still don't know, and I doubt I ever will. My point is that everyone deals with stress and trauma in different ways. And in the very same way, everyone shows symptoms of depression in their own ways. Although sadness does seem to remain the main factor. So with all that being said, how does music fit into the mix? Well, believe it or not, music may be able to help treat those with depression. An article written by Psychology Today lists 6 reasons why. Number 1, nostalgia. Sad music is a powerful trigger for nostalgic memories of foregone times, such reflective visiting of nostalgic memories may enhance mood, especially if the memories are related to pivotal and meaningful moments in life. 2. Vicarious emotion. Music generates vicarious emotions in listeners without real-life implications. Music helps to channel one's frustration or purge negative emotions like anger and sadness. Essentially, it's cathartic. Number 3, prolactin. At the biological level, sad music is linked to the hormone prolactin, which is associated with crying and helps to curb grief. Sad music tricks the brain into engaging a normal, compensatory response by releasing prolactin. Prolactin produces feelings of calmness to counteract mental pain. Number 4, empathy. Now, I know one of the reasons I like listening to sad music is because it makes me feel like I'm not alone. It's like someone is reaching out to me and saying, hey, I know what you're going through. It's okay. And that helps counteract the feelings of isolation, at least in me. Number 5, mood regulation. Sad music produces psychological benefits via mood regulation. Sad music enables the listener to disengage from distressing situations, such as a breakup, a death, etc., and focus instead on the beauty of the music. Further, the lyrics that resonate with the listener's personal experience can give voice to feelings or experiences that one might not be able to express themselves. 6, an imaginary friend. I know. Stick with me. Music has the ability to provide company and comfort. People tend to listen to sad music more often when they're in emotional distress or feeling lonely, or when they're in introspective moods. Sad music can be experienced as an imaginary friend who provides support and empathy after the experience of a social loss. Now, personally, this one has never really happened to me, but if you have had an experience like this, then drop a comment. I'd love to know about it. In fact, some of these reasons are why studies are being conducted about a possible treatment called music therapy. In a study published in 2021, researchers found that introducing resonance frequency breathing with an already established music therapy treatment resulted in enhanced therapeutic outcome for clients with depression. Now, I'm not going to get into resonance frequency breathing in this video, but if you'd like to see me talk about it, then drop a comment. I'll post the link to the study, as well as all the links to my research in the description. If you're interested, I highly suggest you check it out. I know that music has always been an integral part of my life, and I'm seeing the same sentiment more and more nowadays in people. Music can really change lives, and honestly, with all this research being done, it makes me excited to see where it'll lead us. Will we stop the antidepressants and put on headphones someday? Only time will tell. And that's where I'll leave today's video. Now, if you're new here, then make sure you leave a thumbs up and maybe subscribe. I did a lot of research for this video, and any amount of support will be very much appreciated. It makes me so happy that I have the ability to make good content for you guys. Anyway, that's it for me. It was lovely to see you again, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.